Alright guys, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm anoldguygaming, and we just got the message that the Xerax are attacking us. This time we can finally actively help defend our base now that we have the small vessel set up. So let's just see where they're coming from and if we're dealing with a troop transport or just drones. So they should appear here pretty soon. And then what we're going to do, our main goal, of course, for this episode is to go ahead and, looks like we have a troop transport coming in. Okay, so we're going to use our rockets on this guy. We're going to go ahead and do a POI. If you get the transport blown up before he lands, then he won't drop his troops off, by the way. However, if you can afford for the troops to get dropped off and take maybe a little bit of base damage to your base, you can kill them for XP and also get some, potentially some decent loot out of them too. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, nice, a T2 pistol. Okay, we're going to actually sell that laser pistol and make a little bit of money. Which leads me to the first thing that I was going to say, and that is that we're going to make some stuff, and we're going to go sell some stuff to make a little money so we can get a couple of important upgrades that we're going to need before we go do this POI, because I don't really have at this point in time everything that I really need to go do that factory, because that factory is going to be very dangerous. Let's turn our lights and our thrusters off here. So I actually spent a little bit of time off camera. I went to the vendors both in the planet side space station and then I teleported back up to the space station and kind of wrote down some prices and quantities and that sort of thing. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go here and we're going to make some stuff to sell so I can raise enough coinage to hopefully get myself a set of medium armor, a couple of boosts, and maybe, a couple of weapon upgrades. First thing I want to do is I want to go into my weapons and I want to learn the rocket launcher and the T2 sniper rifle. And we've already got a T2 pulse rifle, so we don't need to learn that, but we could learn the pulse rifle itself. Oh yeah, we wanted to learn that too. And we want to do the T2 shotgun. And I think that's all we need to worry about right at the moment. Okay, so now I want to make myself a rocket launcher. So this requires 50 cobalt alloy. That's the most expensive thing there. The T2 requires 4 oscillators and titanium plates, which we can make, but we would also need the heavy weapon upgrade kit. Now, the heavy weapon upgrade kit, to buy it, it's almost a wash between making a T1 and then buying the heavy weapon upgrade kit and the other parts to make this, as opposed to just straight up buying a T2 rocket launcher, which we might do depending upon, how much money we can make. So let me look at something here. So we could, if we make a T1, which also requires 50 cobalt alloy, we could sell that, we can sell it for about 7.4k a pop. What I might do is I think I'm going to make one to actually use for ourselves. I'm going to hold off on the rockets themselves until I know for sure if we're going to stick with a T1 or a T2. But this is going to be our primary weapon that we're going to use in that facility. And I might even actually end up making 2. I think I will actually make 2. So we have, a couple that we can shoot rapidly. Okay, so with that being said, let's go to our small constructor and go to weapons. And there's just some stuff, some really cheap stuff we can make and sell that's not going to cost us a whole lot, not going to set us back. For example, we can make some chainsaws. Now, one of the things I didn't do is I forgot to check to see how many he'll buy, but these are so damn cheap that let's just go ahead. I already have one. Let's make like 4 more, and if we make a couple more than we can sell, it's not a big deal because they're just really cheap. Multi-tools. So we can sell up to 7 of these, also super, super cheap to make, and we can get about 2k a pop for them. On the planet side, though, it's the sniper rifle, which is also very cheap to make, that we're going to actually be able to make the most money on. And I can sell 7 of those at 4.8k a pop. So let's make 7 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then the next best thing we can make is the assault rifle, which is also very cheap. And we can sell those for about 4.8k a pop. Oh, wait, no. That was the assault rifle. These we can sell for 5.2k a pop. So we'll just kind of start making some of this cheaper stuff, and then we're going to take it to the planet side space station and sell it. And, you know, and then we're going to go up to the space station, the orbital space station, to maybe sell a couple more things, but also to buy hopefully everything we need if we have enough money. So I'm going to work on getting all this stuff, you know, made, guys, and then once I have it all together, I'll meet you over at the station. We'll start at the planetary station. We'll sell this stuff, then we'll go up to the space station, sell that stuff, and then we'll see where we're at with our money and, you know, what we can get to do an upgrade. Okay, so I'll be back in just a bit. All right, guys, we are over at the Polaris trading station here, and we've got all of the stuff we're going to sell. We should make some fairly decent money off of all of this. So the idea behind, you know, making stuff and selling it like we're doing here is you want to make, let's go ahead and turn the thrusters off and the lights off. You want to make the stuff you're going to make the most profit on first, of course. But the thing is you have to pay attention to how many the vendors will buy. So in my case, I'm going to make the most profit off of selling T1 sniper rifles at 5.2k a pop, but I can only sell 7, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 7 of those, and then there's no point in making more because I can't sell any more than that at this point, you know, until they reset, which I think happens the next day, or I'm not sure when they reset. I can't remember. I know, but I just can't remember. But they will reset after a certain period of time. And then you know, the next best thing after that was the assault rifle. But I can only sell, well, I can sell 7 of those, so I made 7 of those, etc., etc. So you just kind of make it on down the line until you've made everything that you can sell at that particular point in time. Okay? Now, later on, once you start doing POIs, I mean, you're going to get so much loot that you're not going to need yourself that, you know, you'll end up just selling that, and you might not even really need to make a lot of stuff later on in the game. Unless you just want to do it, you know, to you know, work the economy and that sort of thing. But, you know, the economy in this game leaves something to be desired, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you could do it, I guess, for role-playing purposes, but it's not going to be anything like, say, EVE Online's economy would be, which is very complex. Nevertheless, our main goal right now is just to make some early game money so we can get a little bit better equipment before we go do a very dangerous POI. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to press F4, and everything kind of down here is all stuff I can sell on the planet here, and then these are a few things we can sell up in the space station. But I want to make sure that I don't accidentally sell my own stuff. So I'm going to take everything off of my toolbar, except for that I'm going to exchange this shotgun for a fully repaired one, because you can sell, you know, damaged items at the same price. The game doesn't differentiate between that. Let's put our level 3 sniper up there too. Excuse me. So yeah, these are the things on the top 2 rows I don't want to sell, right? And so I'm taking them off my toolbar so I don't accidentally sell them. Okay, so now let's go ahead and grab our sniper rifles, our assault rifles. I'm just shift-clicking all those into my inventory. The next best thing that we're going to sell after that is the multi-tools. These are just T1 multi-tools. Then the shotguns. And we'll have to come back and grab these pistols later. We're gonna make the least on those, but they were so cheap to make that I figured, what the hell? Let's just make them. and we'll sell them up. Okay, so we're going to go over here to Bertram's Weapons and Commodities. You know, while I'm thinking about it too, let's deposit our let's deposit these few cash cards that we have into the bank. Okay, so that's done. Okay, so let's start with our sniper rifle. So as you can see, he'll buy 7 of these from me at $52.58 a pop. So let's go ahead and sell all those. Okay, he'll buy the assault rifles, 7 of them for $33. Okay, the shotguns for 1.2. The multi-tools for 1.4. And looks like I have had 1 extra there, which is fine. We'll just hang on to that for later. Okay, so we've made ourselves 77,410 coin off of selling those. Let's also grab the pistols off of here. We'll shift click those into our inventory. And let's put this guy back in here. That's just an extra. Okay. Can we sell chainsaws to him? We can sell chainsaws to the guy up on the space station. Doesn't look like we can to him. Okay, I didn't think so, but I wasn't sure. And then for the pistols, projectile pistols, let's sell all of those. And that ends us up with 85,618. Okay. And I think that's it for what we want to sell down here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the teleport station, which is over here. Excuse me, sir. And we have to grab everything off of our ship that we're taking up there first. And that's the stuff we wanted to hang on to. So we're not taking the... I am going to take these 2 rocket launchers, because if we end up having enough to buy a T2 just outright, then I'm going to sell one of these and get a little bit of the money back. We're going to look for a sniper rifle upgrade kit. We're going to look for a shotgun upgrade kit while we're there as well, so we can upgrade these to the T2 versions. Okay, let's head on up to the space station. So we want to go to Philzell Sector, Orbital Trading Station. And, you know, since we're going up there via teleport, we don't have to worry about that damn Corvette, because he can't hurt us while we're in the station. So he can kiss off. Okay, so let's see. We want to visit first Servant Corp. He's the guy that we can sell the chainsaws to. And he is up on the 3rd floor. What are you doing, lady? Acrobatics, maybe? So we'll talk to him. And we want to sell chainsaws to him, so we could sell a total of 6, and I brought up 5, so that's not too bad. Okay. Alright, so that leaves us with 93.8k of coinage. So we want to buy some medium armor. Now, we have a fairly good chance of finding some armor in the base, but we might not find it till we're deep in the bowels of it. In the meanwhile, we need to be protected. So this is going to cost us 51.5k to buy from him. And trying to, I think, here, let's remember that. Here, why remember it when you can write it down? So I'm going to do 51.5k here. Where's my other pin? Here it is. All right, I think the mining vendor also sells medium armor. So let's go see how much it costs from him. Okay, so we can buy it from him for, oh yeah, a lot cheaper, for almost 10,000 cheaper, in fact. Holy shit, really? Did I read that right? 41.2. Let me just double check that. That's a huge difference in price. Yeah, I did read it right. Dude, you're ripping us off, man. Okay, so we're going to buy the medium armor from the mining corp. Yeah, always pays to check those prices. My goodness. Wow, that was a huge difference. Okay, so we're going to buy the medium armor. Okay, and that still leaves us 52,000. And I'm interested in a multi-boost and probably also an armor boost at least. And we're almost certainly going to find some boosts in the POI too. So you sell the multis for 9.5k. Who's this servant corp? Okay. Boy, I wonder if we ought to maybe buy a radiation boost too. Now that I think about it, because we're going to run into some irradiated crap in that POI. So that's going to cost us 8,000. All right, so what I'm looking at is the multi. So you sell the multi for 95, and I think the guy downstairs also sells them. You sell them for 69. Wow, way better price down here. Okay, so I'm going to buy one of those. He's also sells the armor boost. He's the only one that sells them. So we're going to buy an armor boost. He's got heavy armor too, but it's really expensive, way beyond our means at the moment. And then let's go back up here. And we want to buy the radiation boost from you. So that's going to be 85. I don't know if this guy sells them too, but let's just double check before we... You do. For 80. So you actually sell them for just a little cheaper. Okay, so we're going to buy the radiation boost from you. And that gives us those 3 boosts for our medium armor. Let's go to an armor station and get that stuff put together. I saw one of those around here somewhere. Where did I see it? Might be on the bottom floor. Yeah, there it is right there. Alright, so we're going to put the medium armor on. And we're going to put the armor boost, the multi-boost, and the radiation. So this just gives us 50 more armor, but at the cost of 0.26 food consumption and 0.2 stamina consumption. Also affects our speed a little bit, but not too terribly majorly. Also reduces our heat and cold protection a little bit, but it does give us 1 radiation protection. The multi-boost is kind of like an all-purpose thing. It gives us a little of everything. A little more armor, a little more oxygen storage, a little more heat, cold protection, that sort of thing. But still costs us some food consumption rate and some stamina consumption rate. But it also gives us a little more speed and movement, so it kind of offsets that a little bit, right? And then radiation affects our speed, but it gives us 7 radiation protection. We also have, in addition to that, the suit has some radiation protection built into it. So we have a total of 13 radiation protection, which we're going to need in that place because there's a certain type of block that you'll run into. It's like an alien block. And I think it emits like 9 rads or something like that, if I remember right. And so, you know, you want to have at least 10... Well, you can have at least 9 rads to go down into those places so you don't start taking radiation poisoning, okay? However, this suit does, in total, cause us a food consumption rate of 1.74, so we're going to take it back off until we're actually ready to use it. So that way, you know, we're not wasting food. That guy jumped off. Wasting food unnecessarily. Okay, so we got our armor situation taken care of. That leaves us with 28,000.7 credits. So Let's go over to conference room guy. Interweep is his name. And we do have this laser pistol to sell, and maybe we'll sell these two things, but let's sell him the laser pistol right now. Because I don't want it. It's not a terrible weapon, but it's just not the best one in the world. Oh shit, can we sell a laser pistol? Yeah, right here. I've got it selected, duh. Alright, so we'll get 47k for that. So that gets us back up to 21,000. Alright, now, here's where we got to decide what's going to happen. I really want to make sure that I have a T2 shotgun. So the shotgun itself is going to cost us $44.72. The upgrade kit for it is going to cost us about half that. But we can easily make shotguns down at the base. So you just have to make the T1 shotgun and then you throw it in the thing with the kit and it upgrades. I don't think it requires any other resources. Could be wrong about that. So let's buy at least one of those. We might even buy two. And we'll just make our own T1 shotgun and then upgrade it. In fact, we already have a T1 shotgun. Okay, I also wanted to upgrade our sniper rifle to a T2. So again, it's going to be about 72 for that, but they're very cheap for us to make versus just outright buying one, which is, again, about twice the price-ish. So let's buy a sniper upgrade kit. And we only need one of those. Okay. So where does that leave us? So we don't have enough to buy a T2 rocket launcher. Okay. We just don't quite have enough to do that. Do we have enough to buy an upgrade kit? A heavy weapon upgrade kit? Nope. It's just a little bit out of our reach, but that's okay. Because you know what, the T1 rocket launchers are not that bad. They will work too. They don't have homing, but you know, we're going to be relatively close range in there, and so these should work fine for us as our main heavy weapon. All right, guys, I think we did pretty good there with getting everything that we needed. So let's go. Oh my goodness, did I? Oh, I'm such a noob. I bought those pistols. I didn't sell them. Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay. Let's go. Let's resell these. I can't believe I did that. Okay. Well, that gets us 21,000 bank back. We could buy one heavy weapon upgrade kit, and that would give us one T2 rocket launcher. Because I think we have everything else we need to make one of those back at the base. Just trying to think if that's what I want to do. Yeah, what the hell? You only live once. It's only money. One kind of bad thing about that, though, is now we're going to have to carry two different types of rockets, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Assuming we equip two rocket launchers, which I was planning on doing. Alright, good enough. Let's go back home. We got to make a couple of upgrades, and then we got to make a bunch of ammo, and then we'll be ready to go do the, let's see, we want the trading station. We'll be ready to go do that POI. Okay, so let's see. We want to put our upgrade kits into the input. And let's go back into our small vessel and grab our, well, yeah, we'll grab all of our weapons, but we want the sniper rifle and the shotgun in particular. I'm going to leave the T2 assault rifle there for now. This we can just put back into overflow for now. Okay. Oh, now we also want to put our sniper rifle in here, our shotgun, and our one of our rocket launchers, because all three of those are required for the upgrade. Okay, then we're going to go to here, and we're going to do a T2 upgrade, a T2 sniper upgrade, and oh, okay, so we don't have enough oscillators to do that shit. Okay, so these guys used up whatever we're missing. I'll bet you it's cobalt. We're probably really low on cobalt again. Let's take a look at that. So if we go to our components here and find an oscillator. Here. Oh, it's neodymium. Oh, okay. So that needs 5 ingots. Try to remember if the mining guy up at the space station has neodymium. We don't have a lot of money left, though. All right, you know what? I think I'm just going to sit on that heavy weapon upgrade kit, and we're going to use T1s. They're going to be fine, and that way we don't have to carry 2 different types of ammo. Okay, so ammunition time. Let's go over to the small constructor, and how much? We got 65 shotgun shells, 64 snipers, projectile rounds. Okay, let's make some more shotgun shells. We're going to use some of those. So this is an output count of 30. That would be 300 more. No, we don't need 300 more. Let's make maybe 150 more. Sniper rounds. This is an output count of 15. So let's make, I don't know, 90 more of those, I guess. Projectile rounds. Output count of 50. Let's make another 1,000 of those. We'll use those for our pulse rifle. I've already made explosive devices, so we're good to go on that. And then in here, we're going to make a whole bunch of rocket launcher missiles. So, see, output count of 5. So there's 5, 50, 100, 200 there. Let's see if we can make up to 200 of those. Okay. All right, guys. So now we're basically just going to wait until everything is made up here. We already have a couple of those too. I'm going to just go ahead and switch out of my armor now so I don't forget to do it. So we'll put our medium armor on with all of our shiny new boosters. And I'm going to keep the light armor in here as a backup. Okay. And then let's put the explosive devices in our inventory. And we're going to keep a little bit of projectile ammo too, maybe about that much in here. So if we die, we spawn back at the ship, and then we grab this assault rifle and that ammo as you know, just backup weaponry. Okay, so where is my other rocket launcher? I think I put it in here, didn't I? Yeah, so we're going to put that down on our toolbar. The sniper rifle... Wait, what? Were we not able to make the sniper rifle? Oh, shoot, that requires a flux coil, which we used for the shotgun. Doggone it. And flux coils, I think, require saphium, or is it cobalt now? I think they changed. Neodymium. Crap. It almost makes me want to go back up to the space station really quick and see if we can buy some neodymium, because that's kind of screwing us up, isn't it? We're not going to find it there. What about here? Is there a mining place here? Assembly line, worker residence, medium refinery, smelter, habitat, sanctuary, commons. Not really sure. There might be. The players do have like a mining facility where you can buy ores and stuff. Well, I'll tell you what, while we're waiting for that, we might as well just run back up to the space station and see if they have some Neo and if we can buy it. I really would like a T2 sniper, more than the T2 rocket launcher at this point, because it's going to actually be a useful weapon. The T1's actually not that bad either, really, when it comes down to it, but we need all the punch that we can get, because this place we're going into is no joke. It is very dangerous. It's kind of nice that the planetary trading station is right near our base, so we don't have to go halfway across the planet. Okay, so he does have neodymium ingots. And they're 21 a pop. So we needed 5 for the rocket launcher upgrade. I can't remember how many we need. Let's just buy a bunch of them. Because, you know, by the time we're done with this POI, we're going to have a bunch of stuff to sell, and we're going to recoup this money like 100 times. Well, not 100 times, but we're gonna recoup it. So yeah, well, that should give us enough to do both of those upgrades now. All right, let's put these in the input. Now we should be able to make our T2 sniper. Okay, and can we also then make our T2 rocket launcher? Let's put that back in the input. Go to weapons, and voila, we can. Okay, let's make it. This one's better because it holds more rockets and they're homing. So that's probably going to be like our main weapon in there, and then we'll use the T1 as just kind of a backup. We made all those rockets too, but it is what it is. I don't think we can make the rockets in here. Nope. Boy, do we have enough? Oh, shoot. We need more magnesium. Doggone it. Nothing's ever easy, man. Nothing is ever freaking easy. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the camera. I'm going to run up to the moon really quick and mine up another magnesium deposit so that I can make the homing missiles, because we're going to need these to use the T2 rocket launcher. So I'll see you guys. What I think I'll do, guys, is I'll run up there. I'll get that stuff. I'll come back, make my ammo. And then I will meet you at the factory. Where in the hell's that thing at? Abandoned factory. I will meet you at this abandoned factory, and we will start that POI. Okay? So I'll see you over there. All right, guys. We are just about at the abandoned factory. I just realized I don't think there's... I showed you what pilot mode was, so let's take a look at that while we're heading over here. So you can get into pilot mode either by pressing P and turning it on here, or by pressing Shift I. Now, when you have pilot mode on, basically the ship will follow the cursor, right? And so, you know, this is kind of a style of flying. You see this in No Man's Sky too, and maybe a couple of other games. And it's just, you know, a different way to control a ship. I don't like it myself. I prefer to directly control the ship and directly steer it. But it is something that Elion added, I don't know, a couple alphas ago, I think, now, that you can use if you prefer it. So, you know, it's certainly up to you, but I don't like it myself, so I'm going to turn it off by pressing Shift-I and never use it again for as long as I live. I just can't. Actually, I won't. I don't like it, but if you like it, more power to you. I'm not going to say you should or shouldn't use it. It's really probably a matter of taste more than almost anything else. Okay, so, abandoned factory. Oh my goodness, you guys, this is going to be hard. Like I said, I've done this POI once maybe with some friends on a multiplayer server before they changed everything, you know, changed the POIs, and I don't know enough about it. I don't even know enough about it, you know, the old way that it was. So this is going to be an interesting experience. So it's going to be sort of kind of new for me, as well as for, you know, you guys who are new to the game. But basically what happens is you're going to find these abandoned... Oh, shit. We're getting shot at by a sentry weapon. You're going to find these abandoned POIs on different planets and stuff. And basically they are old... or they're old facilities that were infected by the Legacy. And, you know, pretty much overrun. That's what I'm trying to say. Overrun by the legacy. And so anything that's left in these places has long been infected and turned into monsters by the legacy, you know, the alien parasite that the legacy has plagued this world with, the Andromeda Galaxy. And so they won't have, in most cases, they won't have, you know, major defenses like the Xerax will that can blow your ship out of the sky, but they will have these smaller, you know, like sentry guns. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take out the sentry gun. You can kind of barely see it on my screen. The weather's just really shitty as usual, so it's kind of hard to see, but it's basically this little red dot here. And we're going to just take that one out, and we're also going to take that one out. They don't do major damage, but you know, you don't want them to. They'll hurt you, your player, and they'll do some damage to your ship. The longer they shoot at your ship, the more damage they'll do, of course. But it's relatively minor amounts of damage compared to like the big guns that you'll see on the POIs. So you'll just want to take those out, and you can also take them out on foot. But it's a good idea to just kind of check the place out first. And take them out, you know, with your ship if you can. Okay. So sometimes they'll be like hidden too, and they'll come, you know, they'll pop out after you trigger a signal, a sensor somewhere, and then shoot at you, which really sucks. We don't like that. All right, now when you're going to do a POI, one thing that you need to be careful of is, you could and probably will, at some point while you're down in the bowels of this thing, get some drones that will come in and try and attack you. And so, we just recently, in Empyrion, were given the ability to put turrets on small vessels. So, minigun turrets. And so, what you can do then, that being the case, is you can slap a turret down on top of your small vessel while you're inside, so that way it can defend itself if, you know, a drone or two comes by. Now, it'll probably take some damage in the process, but it's better than not being able to defend itself at all. Okay? So, I made one of those right before we came over here, and we're going to pop out of here and get our weapons ready. That awful, terrible sound that you're hearing is basically a monster called a horror, and they are essentially the humans that were turned, I guess if you will, into these terrible monster things by the parasite, by the alien parasite. We ourselves can also catch the parasite, and that's why I made a couple of those earlier. I made a couple of these anti-parasite pills in case that happens to us. So we've got, you know, some of the basic medicines here that we can use to heal ourselves, you know, if and when that happens to us. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's turn off the thrusters and the lights on our ship, because those don't need to remain on. In fact, we should probably, here, let's hop back in here for a second. We should probably refuel our vessel too. So let's go to the fuel here, and we'll just squirt some more fuel in there so we keep that topped off. And this is the minigun turret that I made, so we're going to go back to here and connect and put that on the toolbar. Okay, and then what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to plop it down temporarily. It's not going to be down permanently at all. But we'll just temporarily put it down. Maybe we'll put it... Here, let's get that going and this going. So we could... You know, it's going to be on the lights there. But actually, even though that's going to look stupid, that's probably the best place for it, because then it's up high enough to where it's not going to hit anything else. All the things already aimed at creatures down below. Alright, so now what we'll do is, I know it looks dumb floating in the air, but it's just temporary, so we're going to live with it and not worry about it. What we're going to do now is we're going to go into devices, and I'm going to select this and actually go into it. Oh, I guess I have to be in the cockpit. Let's go into it and let's load it up. All right, now we only want this to shoot at drones and nothing else. So let's set this to player factions and turn all of this stuff off so that it will only shoot at drones. And then it's activated, it's loaded, so it's ready to go. So if any drones come in while we're in, in the bowels of this place, that turret will take the drones out. Now again, we'll take some damage because it's not going to be powerful enough to take them out before they can get some shots off on us, but hopefully it'll be able to take them out before it does any really major serious damage to our vessel. All right, guys. Oh boy, this is going to be this is going to be crazy. This is going to be crazy. So this POI, what I can tell you about it, it's a factory, of course, but it's way bigger than it looks. It goes deep underground. So this little area here is kind of like the first part of it, but there's much more to this place than what meets the eye, which is often the case with these places. So we're going to stay connected to our small vessel so we can just put stuff in here as we go along, because we're going to have very limited carry capacity ourselves. We got to make sure that we have our jetpack on. We have our medium armor on that we bought with all of our boosters that we're going to need. And yeah, let's start doing this. So when I do POIs, I try and use my drone as much as possible to reconnoiter. But the thing about the drone that you need to know is that the drone is not capable of triggering sensors that will then spawn in monsters. So what that means is the POI could have a sensor set up, like say down a hallway, that will spawn monsters when you get into its range, but it only works with your body. It doesn't work with the drone. So that means you can't, cheese your drone on into, down that hallway and, spawn in the monsters. You have to go down there with your body itself, which makes sense the way it should be, and it sucks too. So, and so what that means is, you could walk to, I could walk over there, for example, and I could trigger a sensor that'll bring in a monster to try and eat us. And they're invisible, so you don't even know where they are. So it makes things very challenging, to say the least. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to look in here first, and there's nothing in here. Sometimes, okay, we found a T2 multi-tool. That's a nice find, actually. And because that's a spare, that's something that we're going to sell, that we'll probably end up selling later. So we're just going to throw that right in there. But we're going to start off by going inside of this top area here. Okay, so there's an example of what I was just talking about, of where the monster will spawn in. So we got to wait for our jetpack to fully... Okay, so we have a bit of a problem here in release 1 of Empyrion. That scorpion thing is considered a faction creature as opposed to a predator, and so the gun's going to shoot at it when I really don't want it to. I want to shoot at it because I'll get the XP for the kill, but more importantly, I want this thing to focus on only drones because that's what its purpose is. So I don't like that about the game, but it's just kind of the way it currently is. So it looks like he excuse me, killed that scorpion. Okay, those are very dangerous. We're going to see hundreds of those things before this is all said and done. And we do want to loot it, though. It'll give us, like, meat and stuff like that. So we can loot these with our drone. We'll take all that stuff. And then I'm going to transfer the meat. Well, I'm going to probably just transfer all of that into the fridge. Okay. Let's get ready with our rocket launcher. And we're going to kind of go around here, but we're going to be on our toes, because you just never know what's going to spawn in. So this little opening here is what leads down into the bowels of this place, but we're not going to go that way yet. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, The other thing that's very unnerving about doing these POIs is that the sound, the direction of the sound is a little, it's not very well done. It can make it sound like you've got a monster right behind you, for example, when it might be instead, you know, 2 or 3 stories below you or above you, that sort of thing. So what we're going to do here is, I happen to know that we're going to get rushed when we go in here, but we can see that there's a spawner up there. I mean, not a spawner, but a sensor. I don't know if we can take those out when the core's in place, though. Oh, we can. Okay, good. So if you can see sensors like that, you know, and you can take them out, do it, because then what'll happen is it'll spawn less monsters in on top of your head. On the other hand, monsters spawning in on top of your head means lots of XP for you if you kill them. So let's jump up on here. And here we go. So we got some of these guys coming in. One thing about being on the edge of a container like this is sometimes it'll hit the edge of the container. So you have to make sure you're far enough out to hit whatever you're shooting at, but at the same time, not so far out that you're going to fall off yourself. Okay. So we killed that sensor. If we had not have done that, we probably would have seen more monsters than what we did see. So let's run over here really quick. And this is what we call a loot crate. I don't think we've done any of this stuff yet. So loot crates look like this, and they will have various goodies inside of them. This is actually a good one. This has 2 T2 drill modules. Those are very expensive. I mean, well, relatively speaking. And some health packs. So we're going to take those health packs and put them right down here because we're going to probably need them. And then the rest of this stuff we're just going to transfer right on into our small vessel. So that was a nice little find. So you're going to find various levels, like rare, ultra rare, very rare. There'll be different colors and so forth of these loot crates as you go throughout the POI. And this is really what you're after almost more than anything as far as loot itself goes, because this is going to have all the good stuff in it. But you can also loot these containers. So, you know, oh, we'll take that explosive device too. We'll put that down on our toolbar. You can loot the containers, and a lot of them will just have, you know, basic components, but very useful stuff. So usually what I'll do is I'll clear the place first, and then I'll come back and I'll pull all the basic components out of the place, and then I'll typically then salvage. And some of the equipment I'll keep. Like these are T3 fuel tanks. These are actually high-end fuel tanks, so we could salvage these later and put them in our own base if we wanted to. This is a medical station that will take what does it do? Yeah, dermal burn, necrosis, infected wound, all that kind of stuff that would be useful for us to recycle. A bunch of oxygen tanks and stuff like that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep our shotgun handy for the moment, and we're going to just kind of run over here. And there's going to be a bunch of monsters that are going to spawn in on top of our head up here. Let's take a look in here. Okay, that's some antibiotic ointment. We'll take that. That's all useful stuff too, but I probably am not going to loot that right now. Let's go take a look over here real quick. See, we can salvage all of those generators later and either take them whole and use them or take them apart, get their components. So there's a lot. There's a lot of good stuff in here for sure. Okay, let's check this upper one. That's got some sprouts in it. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to come up here and it's going to spawn in a bunch of monsters, and then I'm going to run away from them. Okay, so there's a horror right there. But it looks like it hasn't spawned anything else in yet. And he doesn't see us yet. So let's see if we can try to get a good shot off on his head there. We can one-shot this guy with our sniper if we can get a... Okay, he sees us. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some distance between he and I. And when he comes around the corner, we'll take him out with our pulse rifle. Oh, looks like he might have lost us. Now, there he is. You don't want these guys to hit you because they'll do pretty significant physical damage, but more importantly, they have a high chance of infecting you with the same parasite, you know, that turned it into a monster. And if you don't deal with that fairly quickly, it'll kill you. It doesn't actually turn you into the monster, it just it'll just flat out kill you. Okay, let's wait for our jetpack to recharge here. So he's kind of patting back up the stairs. So let's get our pulse rifle out, our mid-range weapon. Yeah, he went all the way back up the stairs. There he is. Okay. Oh, that's an abomination. Okay. I think there's like a couple of variations of these things. There's abominations, there's horrors, and I think there's nightmares, but they're all pretty much the same thing. All right. We got to be careful because we might spawn something in here. And this is way too close quarters for us to be able to use our rocket launcher. So let's get our shotty out. Did I reload this thing? Yeah, I did. Okay. We're going to make sure the room's not going to spawn anything new in on us before we look at the loot. And sometimes you just have to kind of walk around for that to happen. Okay, I think we're clear. Now, if I had not have taken out that very first sensor, we would have gotten a whole mess of those scorpions. And in a way, I kind of wish that I hadn't, because we would have gotten a lot of XP for killing them. But on the other hand, we're alive. So, you know, that's kind of important too. All right, so I think we're okay in this room. Let's go ahead and check these wardrobes so you can find some good stuff in here, like rations. And look at that, a T2 shotgun. We didn't even need to buy one, but, you know, it wasn't guaranteed. And now we do have one. And you know what we might do too? Nah, let's not do that. Okay, well, now we have a backup shotgun. I mean, sometimes these POIs can take a very long time, and you end up actually wearing out all of your weapons, and so having, you know, those backups are good. The other thing that'll do for us, okay, nice detox kit, some sniper rounds. Those we should put in our own inventory. More sniper rounds and a T1 multi-tool. Okay, that we'll want to put in the ship. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Let's stick this stuff in the fridge. What I'm going to do, because we have that backup shotty now, is I'm actually going to put some shotgun shells in here too as backup. So now we have a backup T2 assault rifle and a backup shotgun if we die and have to run back in without our weapons. Okay, good to go. Now, the rest of this place up here, again, has stuff we can salvage, but there isn't really anything else up here to loot. The other thing about these POIs, too, is that they will have secrets. So they'll have, like, secret areas that you can go to and find stuff, too. And, you know, that you just have to kind of get to know the POI and so forth. Until you kind of know where it is, or, you know, have someone else show you, tell you, whatever. So because I'm not very familiar with this POI, I'm not exactly sure where all the secrets are. I think I remember where a couple might be, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's just kind of look around this corner here really quick. Okay. A lot of times you'll hear that noise where it sounds like something drops, and that means that a monster nearby spawned and dropped down on the floor. That bug out there is dangerous too. But I'm coming back here because sometimes you can find secrets like tucked in the back here. Now, in terms of the blocks on an enemy POI, in most cases, you can't destroy the blocks until, well, I should put it this way. The blocks can be they're either indestructible entirely, or they're very hard to destroy when there's a core in place, the enemy core. So your ultimate goal, your ultimate objective, I should say, when you're in these places, is you want to try and find the enemy core and destroy it. And once you do that, you know, then you can put your own core down and take over the base. And in some cases, you might actually want to live in it, or you might want to just take it apart and get some of the blocks whole, which you have to own the base to do, meaning you have to have your own core down. Or, you know, whatever your intent is to do with it. But yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to find the enemy core and get rid of it, so that you can put your core down and then take it over and then, you know, salvage it or do whatever it is that you want to do with it. So in here, now we could go down this way. And, okay, look, there's a secret. There is a secret. And there might even be, I think there might even be a secret down this passageway too, now that I think about it. So it definitely pays to explore. So yeah, let's actually investigate that. Now, I don't think I can... Let me see something here. Yeah, see how it says you cannot change this structure with a multi-tool. The multi-tool doesn't do me any good right now because the enemy core's down. So we're going to have to come down here in person to loot that. So let's be careful. Okay. The thing that's probably going to happen to us, too, as soon as we drop down there, we might get some enemies spawning. So let's get our shotgun ready since it's close quarters. Okay, so we can stand here and loot this. We got a railgun, 100 titanium rods, some sathium. Yeah, good stuff. All good stuff. We're going to transfer all that directly over to our vessel. If we jump down here, are we going to get spawns? Okay. So, if memory serves correct, I think this is actually a shortcut into the base. And you can actually destroy these. It takes a couple of shots. But the thing is I think there's monsters in here. So, let's get this ready, but we got to be really careful with the close range weapon in here because it's such tight quarters. Oh, man. Okay. We might get something spawn on our face here. No, okay. So we made it through to here. Okay, what I'm going to do is let's blow this up. But I'm not going to go this way because I want to kind of go the main way. But see if we can pay attention to where this is for future reference. Oh, shit, there's big guns in there. Dang. Oh, shit. Look what's down there, though. We got a rarer crate. Oh, shit! A rarer crate than what was there before. No, not good, not good. Phew, that was close. Oh! I was not expecting him to come through. Alright, let's take a big medikit, because we're pretty hurt. It scared the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting it. Okay, yeah, there's actually a yellow crate at the other end of this room, but we've got this big gun at the moment. The gun's like right there, but there's the yellow crate. We could try and blow the gun. Well, no, I don't think we will. You can destroy those guns, but it takes a lot of shots. It's better to try and, you know, stay away from them and instead get the enemy core destroyed, and then you can actually take the guns for yourself if you want to, or at least, you know, it disables them so that they won't shoot you. So we're just going to leave this here, but we're going to remember that there's a hole here, so if we see it later, we'll kind of know where it is. All right, let's do the same thing on this side now. Let's blast in through here and just kind of take a quick look. Okay, this just leads into the other silo, it looks like. But there is another passageway on the other side. Yeah, that's just that other silo. Anything going to spawn in on us? Oh! Wait, is that the same loot crate? Yeah, that's the same one. Okay. Let's go through here. My guess is this is just going to lead into the same room on the other side. But let's take a quick look-see. Yeah, it's the same room, and there's probably a big gun right there, too. Okay, let's blow this. Then we'll stay back a bit. That's the gun right there, I think. Yeah, yep. I'll tell you what, just for the hell of it, let's send a rocket that way and see what happens. It's not going to kill it in one shot. It's going to take a few shots, but I'm just not sure what kind of damage we might be doing to it. We'll give it a couple shots and just see what happens. Yeah, it's just kind of hard to tell how much damage, or how much we're damaging it, if at all, you know. I mean, I'm sure we are damaging it. I just don't think we're damaging a lot. The explosives that are in slot 6 on my toolbar, those will do a pretty good job on those guns. They're more susceptible to them. Okay, well anyway, let's head on back up this way. And we're going to go in through the front door, and like I said, just kind of do this POI the normal way. Whoops. Let's just wait for our jetpack to completely replenish. All right, here we go, guys. Oh, shit! He kind of bugged out. Get it? Bugged out. See what I did there? I should have probably used a shotgun on him, actually. That's okay. A little momentary panic. All right, we're going to stand at the top of these stairs. We're going to get our drone out. And we're going to reconnoiter a little bit, just to kind of see what's down here. Okay, we got a nightmare or horror, whatever the hell the thing is, right there. But remember, my drone's not going to trigger any of the spawn pads, so okay, if we could get a sniper shot off. Oh no, he sees us. All right, we got enough room to do this, except for it didn't work. Okay, I think he lashed out at us, but he didn't actually hit us, so we're okay. Didn't quite get the beat on him on the rocket, so as long as we have enough room to use the rocket's always going to be our best bet, because it's going to do some serious damage to anything. Just have to make sure we don't use it in too close quarters. Oh shit, that's the room we were just in. Alright, let's use our T1 rocket launcher and let's take out that sentry gun. Okay. We might end up having to actually use this on the turrets in there too, unless we can get around them. Okay, there's a fusion cell. That's the best fuel in the game. We'll take that. And some large Promethean packs. Let's check the lockers. Okay, more shotgun shells. That's always good. Pistol rounds, don't really care about those so much, but we'll loot them for now, I suppose. Alright, so let's see. We've got the... Do we have the big guns in here, or is this a... Oh, no, this is a corridor. Okay. Alright, let's keep this ready, because something's probably going to jump out at us somewhere. Oh, look at that sensor. I wonder if we already triggered it, though. Okay, let's get rid of it. Mushrooms. More shotgun shells. We'll eat that. Let's eat this, too. Some cheese and some salami. Sounds delicious. Okay. Whoa. Kind of scared me a little bit. Okay, there's a sensor. Get rid of that. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back down this hallway a little ways, about maybe halfway down or so. And let's reconnoiter again. So we got a horror down there. Sometimes when you go through a passage, there's a gun like right above your head, so always a good idea to watch out for those. Okay, there's a sentry gun right there that we'll have to deal with. One on the wall there, and it's shooting at our drone. Okay. So we saw a couple sentries. There is one horror right there. If we can get a sniper off on him, that would be ideal. Okay. Yeah, that didn't work too well. So let's let him just kind of come at us down the hall, and we'll send a rocket their way. Okay, that one didn't home in on him. Okay, so we got alien, parasite, and fever attack. So let's go into our medical stuff. Those are in the fridge. And we're going to need... This takes care of fever attack. This takes care of... Wait, what kind of parasite? Alien parasite. Oh, shit. You know what? We don't have anything for alien parasite with us. We should have made probably the syringe for that, because that's the worst one. Okay, well, let's take this to deal with the fever attack. Yeah, that's only going to take care of dermal parasite. Why am I so hot? I just took care of the fever attack. Maybe it's just, like, still there. Yeah, this is nasty shit, man. You don't want to get that stuff. So the alien parasite right now is taking my health down quickly, and my stamina, and my food. It's just, that was like stage 3 right off the bat. Really nasty. Not good. Shit. Okay. In order for us to survive this... Oh no, they trapped us in here. Okay, well, here, we can deal with that. We'll just blow our way out. We might have to run back to the base and make the syringe, or just use the medical station. That's really my only option. Either that or I'm going to die. And I should have made a couple syringes too. I just didn't think about it. I don't think we can use these medical stations in here because they're a different faction. In fact, I know we can't. Well, doggone it. All right. Let's hop in here, and we have what we need back at the base to fix this. So let's see. Where is the base at? It's this direction, I think. I know, that thing looks goofy. Oh, we're having problems. That's because we ran out of food, so... Here, quickly eat another ration. And we're going to have to take another one of these, too. If we're going to make it back in time and fix this really quick. And some players will just die, and that's fine, because when you do, it resets it, and then you're good to go. But I like to fight to the bitter end. That's just the way I roll. And if you do the die thing, I'm not holding that against you or saying you're not a good player. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I like to do. And that is, if I can survive, then I will do everything I can to try and survive. That is some nasty shit, too. That's like the worst parasite we can get, and we got it, like, immediately. Look at it, just eating our food and our health. Okay, we're going to have to take another ration, and let's take another... Here. Let's just keep going. There, that's what I want. Take another health pack. Just got to keep it under control until we can get back to the base. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pick up our medical station, and we're going to set it back down as the station that fixes this problem. Yeah. Okay, so let's quickly get out here, get our multi-tool out. Right-click, retrieve block, grab it. We're connected to the small vessel. Right-click, and this takes care of alien parasite, medical station 4. Whoops, set it down and take care of it. Okay, so that gives us endoparasite, so we have to hit it again to get rid of endoparasite, and then infected wound. It's given us, like, these are like the, what do you call it? The side effects of the treatment, I guess. So to take care of infected wound, we need to pick this back up and set it back down as the station that takes care of that. But what this does is it does demonstrate that you really only need one medical station and you can take care of everything. So let's see, infected wound is this one. Okay. we're finally fixed back up. Oh, geez, except for our health, but we'll take care of that with just the normal medical station. Yeah, my rocket launcher didn't quite home in on that last guy, and so, you know, it nabbed me, and I paid a heavy price for it. What are we doing? We're going here, and we're putting the medical station back down here one more time, and now we're just going to set it down as a normal medical station, and that will heal us all the way back up. Whew! It's a good thing we had plenty of rations to handle our food, but as you can see, some of this stuff is super deadly, and you really don't want to get tagged by those guys if you can help it. All right, since we're here, let's unload a couple things. So input, that's an input item, that's an input item. Let's put the weapons in overflow. Finding 2 laser drills is actually a really nice little find there. We'll put all the extra fuel in there. The ammo, we'll put in the ammo bin, just because I like to do that. A couple extra multi-tools. Okay, and then we'll put this in the ammo box. We can keep the rest of that stuff in there. All right, now, before we leave, let's go ahead and cancel all of this. I go to medical, and I want... which one do I want? Radiation, alien parasite. So let's make a couple of these anti-parasite injections, because maybe we'll make even like 3, because we're getting hit pretty bad down there. I might even make a couple more of the smaller pills in case we get the lesser parasite. We don't need to worry about radiation. We could get poisoned by, I think the scorpions could poison us. They're more likely to give us infected wound, though. So let's make a couple of those, too. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'm just going to wait for all of this to cook up, and then, you know, once it does, I will meet you guys back over at the POI, and we'll continue on, and I'll try and do a little bit better job. You guys are entertained. That's the important thing. See, here's how I look at it. When I make mistakes on the tutorial series, it's still useful to you guys because I'm showing you what not to do, right? I'm showing you what not to do. And, you know, I don't deliberately do that. It's just, you know, sometimes I make mistakes, and that's all there is to it. Nobody's perfect. But it is, you know, it still can be useful to you guys because here again, quite literally, I'm showing you, okay, this is what you don't do. Even though I'm not doing it deliberately, right? Okay, so let's put those in here. And yeah, I'll see you guys back over at the POI once I have all this medical stuff made up.